for a cross-conference clash. The Giants have won 3 of the last 4 against the Raiders. But does Vegas have something up their sleeve? Find out next on EA Sports.
We welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Las Vegas Raiders. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Garden. And CD, you look at our featured team here. They know coming in they've got to be at their best because they're facing one of the better overall defenses in the NFL.
And this is not one of the better offenses around in terms of running the football. So they understand that they're going to be put to the test a bit. The big plays in the run game, they haven't been there of late. So maybe that means we'll see them shake things up a little bit. Some RPOs, some touch passes, some draw plays, anything to try and gain a little bit of momentum.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. The Giants ready to go to work on offense and leading them out, their third-year quarterback from Duke, Daniel Jones.
I still remember when he was drafted, there was a little bit of controversy about how high he was selected by the New York Giants, but his talents were revealed. He can make every throw in the book. Surprisingly good athlete. As long as he takes care of the football, doesn't turn it over, he can really make plays.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Now Jones. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels. Because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jones finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Throwing Jones. Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. Gerald McCoy make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. Fourth down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Raiders getting ready to go to work for the first time, and they're led by their quarterback in his 8th season now in silver and black, Derek Carr.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it in the middle of the schedule. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Here's Carr to throw. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. The big nose tackle, Danny Shelton there to swallow him up. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Looking for Snead, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And the Giants are going to take over at their own 41. So that time the pressure got home just as he was releasing the football and caused the pick.
And what it did was it disrupted that fragile balance of the mechanics of throwing the football. You know, from the footwork to being able to actually throw it downfield. If one piece of that puzzle gets disrupted, it affects the entire chance of success.
So the Giants getting the football back here for their 2nd drive. And they come in losers of 2 straight. And remember, they've got the open date on their calendar next weekend. But you think it's vitally important, Charles, that they focus on the task at hand here?
Absolutely, because these players, they know what's coming up. And the difference between taking time off following a win versus doing so on a 3-game losing streak, that's absolutely huge, because they may come back if they lose this game to a facility, and there may be new faces in there and some teammates lost.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley trying to run inside, but nothing there. The Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. From the gun, Jones. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. 2nd drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they do the interception and finish off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
From the 22, Carr. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Lets this go for Renfro downfield. And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. Our first update now out of Jacksonville. And the Jags, they're out to an early lead there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Jones. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Shepard. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Off play action. Jones. Over the middle here to Rudolph. And he will have the Giants' first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On 1st down, Barkley. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And the Raiders pick it up. Look at this. Middle of the field, a breakaway. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And that makes it 7-zip Vegas. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kicks away following that fumble return. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Another drive coming up for New York's offense. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. Touchdown, Giants! Evan Ingram, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Well, for a tight end, he can definitely motor, and he shows off the wheels there after the catch as he's able to shake free.
Yeah, normally when you talk about tight ends, you immediately begin talking about them rumbling down the field, but to me, he was pretty well gliding downfield there. Very athletic for a big man, and he takes this one all the way to pay dirt.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the catch on the next-gen stats. Graham Gano on for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go. And they enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
Oh, it certainly is, and let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now is that after a few extra days off, they'll be sluggish coming into this game. So I've heard that they spent more time in practice working what they call good versus good, starting offense versus starting defense. They want a fast start in this next game.
Tackle made there by Jabril Peppers. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Carr. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A Raider first down, Carter Renfrow. Shotgun now for Carr. Caught right side, it's Snead. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. On play action, now Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. 7-7, our score after 1. The Raiders with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Again, they'll throw with Carr. And that is incomplete. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Here's Jackson. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And out will come the offense as they take over. Evan Ingram works his way back onto the field with the rest of this offense. Sitting right around the midpoint of the season, on pace for 1,000 yards. Good year so far, and I'm sure film study being devoted to him a little bit more on the other side.
They have to, because the pace that he's carrying right now, if you're pushing a 1,000-yard pace as a receiver, that means he warrants your attention. And right now, precision is going on with their offense. Kind of like that timepiece you wear on your wrist. You know, that good stuff. Got to knock that off somehow. Chip away at that timing. Change things up a little bit and make them go to other things and make them do those things better.
Yeah, trying to make him uncomfortable. Not many teams have been able to do that so far this year. On 2nd down now, Barkley, and he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down. Off the play fake, Jones. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Good yardage after the catch as that play good for 30 and a 1st.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now we've got a giant player here, slow to get up after that last play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. Here's a give to Barkley. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Back to throw. Jones. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that's going to make it 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. And they'll run for it with Barkley. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. Now Saquon Barkley. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. 3 yards remain for 2nd down. A handoff to Barkley. And he will take it all in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants have taken the lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Extra point try good by Gennaro. And that makes the score 14-7. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. It's picked up by a touchdown run from Saquon Barkley. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Time again to see Josh Jacobs and this Vegas offense operate. Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes, steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too? Because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw it better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team.
And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings, talking about this running game, opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
And there's a typical run by Josh Jacobs, one where as a defender, you have to make a decision about how you approach him because he's awfully physical with the ball in his hands. 12 touchdowns on the ground last year after 7 as a rookie, and he was a 1,000-yard rusher in each of his first 2 seasons. Wouldn't surprise me, with enough touches, he could easily crack the 1,500-yard mark.
Meanwhile, Carr's throw pulled in by Renfro. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Throwing now is Carr. And Waller taking it in over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 1st down Raiders, Carr to Waller. On play action, it's Carr. Caught by Snead over the middle. 7 yards, the pickup there. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. From the 40 now on 2nd down, Carr. And his throw is incomplete. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Carr to throw again. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. throw for it on 4th down. Snead's got it. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. Carr now to throw. And he'll find Moreau here. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Throwing again on 2nd down. Carr. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
Brandon, how about that reaction there from a defensive end? Able to recognize the screen pass trying to happen. Broke off his pass rush, and then got back to tackle the running back. That's a very athletic and intelligent play. Reminds me of you working out and seeing that the treadmill's open and getting there before anyone else.
See, I know you're just patronizing me right now. Everybody knows at home that is. And a big loss here as he's taken down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. That's into the hands of Edwards. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Ouch, you thought you had the defensive stand. Roughing the passer wipes it out.
What does every defense talk about? 3 and out, right? Thought they were able to get off the field. Not so.
He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. Call it a gain of 5, and it's a 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
To throw again on 2nd down. Carr. Back to Renfro again, complete. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Carr. This is caught. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll run it with Jacobs. And he's not going to push his way forward. He's going to be stopped at the 2-yard line. He tried to break that plane but couldn't get there, and that's going to leave him now at 3rd and goal. They'll run with Jacobs. And Jacobs, I don't think is going to get there. No. It appears they're going to mark him short of the 1st. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Carlson able to put this one through. So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So we've reached halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the Giants out in front. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach!
Okay, all right, Brandon. Thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we are officially into the second half of the season. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. On now to a check on the next-gen stats in the first half for the Raiders. And they did not do much at all in terms of throwing the football in those first two quarters. That's going to need to improve if they want to erase this deficit. Meanwhile, for the Giants, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Now to return it, here's Kenyon Drake. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Carr. Catch made, it's Moreau. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Five in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd. Now Carr. Able to find Walter. That's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Carr. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll be 3rd down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch, I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. And this will be caught by Edwards. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10, right at the 40. Carr going to throw. Throw right side going to be caught by Waller. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for a Las Vegas first down.
Nice sharp run there by Kenyon Drake, and he's awfully tough to get on the ground. And how about this Raiders backfield? It's certainly not lacking for punch, having signed Drake this year and already having Josh Jacobs in the backfield. Now Drake, he's never had a 1,000-yard season, but last year in Arizona was his best yet. 955 yards and 10 rushing touchdowns, plus he can catch it swinging out of the backfield.
On first down, Carr. Out to the left, that's where the tight end Moreau is. And all the way down inside the 5 of the 4. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Here's Carr. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Jacobs. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Here's Carr to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The kick by Carlson is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
So now the Giants set to take over on offense. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Throwing, Jones. Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. Max Crosby in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. This defense coming out after the half, and if that plays any indicator, Charles, maybe a little refreshed and refocused here for quarters 3 and 4.
Yeah, they did really well on that one. That's exactly what they need to keep doing if they want to change their fortunes in this game.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Another try after the 1st down sack. Jones. Catch made by Slayton. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Now Jones. And that is incomplete. And that's McCoy, who is still down following the play. Appears shaken up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for New York. Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty.
Personal foul, roughing on defense.
Trailing here in the 2nd half, went for the aggressive play, got a little too aggressive.
You got to know when to pull up, or if you're going to go for it, how to take your body across a punter's body and not into him. Not a good play at all.
Here's Jones on 1st and 10. And the Raiders have got him. Quentin Jefferson Able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot. Now, the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
And this came from the interior of the defensive line, and these guys, they're normally anchors of that spot, and they don't often get clear shots at the quarterback. But in this case, he got past the center and the guard in no time and got there to make the play.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throw in deep for Galladay. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And he's going to have this down deep into Vegas territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Defender was right there in his shorts. Is that one of those situations as a DB where you just tip your cap and say, nice catch?
Well, you're supposed to, but a true competitor, he's not tipping his cap at all. He's upset he still didn't make the play. If it's a 50-50 ball or a moment of truth, he's got to win more than his fair share of them as well.
Probably especially angry because if it was incomplete, would have been 4th down.
Exactly.
Looking to throw. Jones. That's to Galladay, and he's got it. Touchdown, New York. Kenny Galladay, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And, you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on deep.
And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Gano the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. On the return comes Drake. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf, dude. That's bottom shelf material. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Working from the gun, it's Carr. He uncorks it for Snead. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. He seemed to have a reasonable amount of time in the pocket, but he couldn't get rid of the football, and the end result, Charles, him on the ground.
Yeah, he's got to keep an internal clock to go along with his offensive line. When you're talking about 3, 4, 5 seconds, that's a reasonable amount of time to expect to deliver the ball downfield. So great to try and complete a pass, but it's equally important to know when to throw the football away, too. Here's
A.J. Cole now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here's Jackson to return. called out a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
The possession switching back to the New York Giants.
And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. On the draw, this is Barkley. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Operating from the gun, Jones. That's complete to Slayton. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Jones. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Cleveland Farrell able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I think that time he just maybe held on to it a little too long, CD, because after a couple of seconds in this league, you know those defenders are coming.
And how many times do we talk about complementary football? And we usually talk about, does the offense help the defense? Does the defense help the offense? I think in this case, does the quarterback help out his offensive line? You only have a certain amount of time to get rid of the football. They can only do so much. On this play, he took them to the limits.
And off the crossbar, no good. A sensational effort from that distance, but rejected by the bar. So close to an NFL record, but denied by the crossbar.
And you have to feel bad for him, don't you? He squeezed every last inch out of that kick. Oh, I thought he had it, but you said it. He's denied by the cruel sound of the metal crossbar.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's got this down to the 35.
42 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Running is Jacobs. Trucks over him and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the gun, it's Carr. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone.
And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points, but he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Carr got a man, and he hits him in stride. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's able to pick up the 1st down before he's tackled right at the 10. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Here's Jacobs. And a nice pickup there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. It's a jet sweep. This is Renfro. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Now Carr toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And this Giants defense able to come up with a goal line stand. So a tough pill to swallow there. A would-be touchdown pass in and out of his hands on 4th.
Sometimes it just comes down to execution, doesn't it? Because we're always questioning, should they go for it, should they not? Is it the right play call, is it not? In this situation, everything was right except for the finish. You have to catch the ball and convert.
They begin with a run by Barkley. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. 2nd down and 8. They'll go to Barkley again. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him the 1st down. Trailing in the 4th, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Jones. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. The Giants on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 49-yard line. Back to throw. Jones. Out to the right here to Shepard. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
How about about this offensive line. They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3-and-out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a first down.
And these guys certainly not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. Again, it's Barkley. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1.
Jones with a handoff to Barkley.
And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Giants are closing in on a 6-2 start as they extend this 4th quarter advantage.
Gano for the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now. So that drive, 12 plays in length.
And it ends with a Saquon Barkley touchdown run.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
So Derek Carr in the offense, down by 15. 1:55 remaining. They need 2 touchdowns and at least 1 two-point conversion mixed in there as well.
Throwing his Carr. Quickly a slant to Renfro.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Here's Carr. Gets this to Waller.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Carr to throw. Able to connect with Jacobs.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. First down now, but the clock continues to move. It's complete to Snead. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Now Carr.
Got a man. It's Darren Waller. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Carr. He dumps it off to Drake. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
Second down and 3, ball on the 7.
Throwing now is Carr. And it's caught. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal. One final try now for Carr. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Giants, the win for them is number 6 on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week.